Hi, so we have Module 3, Lesson 8. So we're working on adding and subtracting, adding or subtracting fractions with wholes or from wholes. So we are using two different methods. You can just add them in your head, you can draw tape diagrams, or you can use multiple steps in operations, okay? So let's do some together. So first we have number 1A. Number 1A says 3 wholes plus 1 whole and 1/4 more. So if we wanted to draw that out, we would show 1 whole, 2 wholes, 3 wholes. So we'd be starting with 3 wholes and then adding to that another 1 whole and then another just 1/4 more, okay? Not the whole thing of another second tape diagram. So then all together we have 1, 2, 3, 4 wholes and 1/4. Okay? So first I want to do all on the left side and then all on the right side. So now let's go to C. So C says 5 and 2/5 plus 2 and 3/5. Okay, so if you want to, you can add your wholes first. So we would have 5 plus 2, which is 7. And then 2 plus 3, which is 5/5. We're not adding the denominators. You don't ever add or subtract your denominators because the denominators are just telling us the size of the piece, okay? So these are fifths and fifths. So because they're the same size pieces, we can add them together. So now we have 7 and 5/5, which also means if we have 5/5, that means we have another whole. So that means we have 7 wholes and 1 more whole. So that would also equal 8 wholes. Okay, so now let's do E. 8 and 4/5 plus 7 wholes. So we can do 8 plus 7, which is 15. And then 15 plus 4/5, which gives us 4/5. Okay. Well, the next one, I'm going to let you do it. So you have 16 plus 18, and then add 5/6. Okay. So now let's look on the subtraction side. So we have 2 wholes minus 1 and 5/8. So on your ClassKick assignment, I did most of the pictorials for you. So we started with 2 wholes. 1, 2. So from those 2 wholes, you're taking away 1 whole and then taking away another 5/8. So that means this other tape, the second tape diagram, we're going to split it into 8s and then take away 5/8. So I'm going to draw 7 lines to make 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I'm going to take out 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now left over, we don't have any wholes because we already took away that one, and this one has less than 1 whole. So left over, we have 1, 2, 3 pieces that are 1/8 sizes. 3/8. Okay. So now next one, 4 wholes minus 2 and 5/7. So on your ClassKick assignment, I started with the 4 wholes, and then on one of the tape diagrams, I already split it into 7ths for you. So now you need to do the rest of the work. So you have 4 wholes, 1, 2, that one looks a little bit bigger, 3, 4. And then I split that last one for you already into 7ths because we're going to have to take away 5/7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is what your tape diagrams look like on your Classkick assignment. So you're starting with 4 holes, and then we're taking away 2 holes first. So 1, 2. Then you need to take away another 5/7. So since this one I can leave by itself because this one's already split up into 7ths for me. So take away 5 of the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that gives us left over 1 hole and 1 2/7. So 1 and 2/7. Okay, next one. 18 holes minus 15 holes and 3/4. So this one, because it's a bigger number and I don't have enough space on your Classkick assignment to draw 18 holes and take away 15 holes and then take away another 3/4, we're doing this in different steps. So first, we're starting with taking away the holes. So we have 18 minus 15. So here's the first step. 18 minus 15. You can do that. So if we have 18 and we take away 15, that gives us left over 3 holes. So now our step 2 is to take away 3/4 from what is left over. So now we have 3 holes minus 3/4. Okay, so now here is where I added 3 hole tape diagrams on your Classkick assignment. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 holes just like we're starting with here. And now we need to take away 3/4 from one of the holes. So if I'm going to take it away from this last one, I need to split it into 4ths first and then take away 3/4. So 1, cross out 2, cross out 3, stop right there. So that gives us left over how many holes? 1, 2 holes, and 1/4 left over. Okay, so that would be our answer, 2 and 1/4. Okay, this next one, you're going to do most of the work on your own, but I did show the steps and I drew a tape diagram for you. So now we have 100 holes minus 50 holes and 3/8. That looks sloppy. Let me fix that. So this is where the tape diagram will not be the most effective strategy because it's such a big number. Like, who is going to want to actually draw out 100 tape diagrams? I certainly do not, because I know that there are other strategies out there to do this faster. And that's why I'm showing you. So now we have 100 holes, take away 50 holes. So that'll be our step 1. So step 1, 100 minus 50. So I know 100 minus 50 equals 50. So here's our leftover. We have leftover 50. But from the 50, we still need to take away the rest of the 3/8. So now our step 2 is 50 minus 3/8 equals blank. Okay, so if I have 50 pieces and I'm going to take away not 8/8, if I were to have 8/8, I would take away 1 hole. So I already know I'm going to have about 49 holes left over. And here, I'm going to draw this down here to show more space. There we go, 49. And 1 hole more to show 50. So if we were to have 49 and show 1 hole, this is 50 technically. 49 holes plus another picture hole, that makes 50 holes, okay? So now from the 50, I'm going to take away 3/8. Well, I don't really want to take away 3/8 from 49 holes. I can take away 3/8 from this 1 hole picture that I drew. So we need to split it into 8s first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now from these 8s, we need to take away 3/8. So we're taking away 3 of those. So sorry, with this one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that gives us leftover a whole and a fraction. So now your job is to fill in and finish up this one and this one over here. So a whole and a fraction over here as well. Okay. Awesome job. Thank you for your hard work and have a good rest of your day.